Now let's talk about the development of Philippine-bound ships being allowed to pass the Strait of Hormuz. And joining us tonight is Marina spokesperson, Director Luistro de los Santos. Good evening.
Good evening, Seth and Pauline, and thank you for having me here in your program.
Right now, how many Philippine tankers are plying the international routes?
Um, we have 16 tankers trading overseas, and they are everywhere in the world. But our latest tracking of the location of our tanker ships, five of them are currently in the danger zone in the Middle East, and that's why every day we keep on tracking their locations so that we'll be able to make the necessary interventions if necessary.
So these five tankers are actually in the Strait of Hormuz?
Not necessarily in the Strait of Hormuz, but it's within the danger zone in the Middle East.
And are they stuck or are they, is their journey moving forward?
Since the conflict started in the Middle East, uh, we believe that they have been stuck in various ports in the Middle East. But our marine administrator um, last March 26 uh, made a representation with our Department of Transportation, Department of Foreign Affairs, to allow two Philippine registered ships in the Middle East to transit via the Strait of Hormuz because uh, since uh, since the news uh, broke up that the Iranian government would be allowing Philippine registered ships to pass through that area immediately, our administrator made the representation before the Department of Foreign Affairs.
And that was the big development last week, sir, no? When the DFA was able to secure that assurance from Iran on the safe, unhindered, and expeditious passage of Philippine-flagged vessels. But let's clarify that, sir, no? Kasi parang iba po ang Philippine-flagged vessels versus the Philippine-owned oil tankers and vessels. Can you explain that to us?
Yeah, thank you very much. And actually, I'm really very excited to share
Okay.
some of our insights because these are a bit technical
Okay.
in the maritime
If you
community.
can laymanize your explanation po.
So it's like this. To put things easier and clearer, we have two types of ships in the Philippines. Those that are plying our domestic routes and those that are plying the international routes, or those who move goods from one country to another, and we call them our overseas ships. Those trading nationally, we call them our domestic ships. I
Okay.
think that's now clearer. We just have to remember that we have two types of ships. We have those plying in the domestic route and those trading international waters.
All right, but then the Philippine-owned and
Philippine flag.
Philippine bearing Philippine flag, what is that distinction?
Okay. Um, those flying the Philippine flag have been, are registered under the Philippine laws, and they are owned by private corporations or individuals, and they have been authorized to carry goods from anywhere in the world because they trade globally.
Okay.
So we don't have actually the term that a Philippine government owned. We don't have one. But all those ships flying the Philippine flag are, operated by our businesses, our private, companies in the Philippines.
But when will they start carrying the Philippine flag when they're bound for the Philippines? The goods are
No,
bound for the Philippines.
no. It's like this. Um, for a ship to be conferred, conferred nationality,
Okay.
which is the authority to carry the Philippine flag. They have to, they have to be registered under the Philippine flag first. And such that they will be able to be recognized as a flag or as a ship uh, entitled to the protection of our maritime laws and regulations, and even, of course, our constitution, because for the ship that we're referring could also be an extension of our national territory.
All right.
So
So,
that's why, yeah.
is there any other thing you wish to add, sir?
Ano po, um, pag na-register na po kasi yung barko, pwede na po siya mag-trade. And entitled na po siya ng protection ng ating batas dito
Okay.
sa Philippines. Para to be clear, dito po sa sa overseas shipping trade, we have the Philippine registered ships and we have also those foreign registered ships. That's why doon po sa sa overseas shipping trade, doon sa barko makikita po natin yung kung ano yung winawagay na flag. Yun po yung country by which that ship was registered. So therefore, kung ano po yung ship, kung ano yung flag
Okay.
na winamagay po ng
Opo.
barko, yung national law ng flag na yan ang maggo-govern
Okay.
po
So,
sa
Director,
ship na yan.
balikan na po natin yung 5 na winawagayway ang ating bandila na nasa Middle East. Ano po ang karga ng mga ito? Oil.
Ano po, yung 5 na sinasabi po natin,
Opo.
bulk carriers at dalawa po 'yon ay mga chemical tankers.
Okay.
Yung po, yung representation po na ginawa po ng ating marina, ng ating administrator, yung destination po ng cargo ng mga um, ng mga ships na yon, one is going to China, tapos yung I'll try to recall po yung isa. But yung mga goods po na kinikerry po nila are not bound to the Philippines.
Okay, so they're not pertinent to the oil crisis, to supplying us additional oil.
Ano po kasi, sila po yung na-stock. So
Sige.
for quite some time, nakakarga na po
Okay.
sila eh.
Kamusta na po
And
ang mga pahinante, mga Pilipino po sila?
So, ito po yung isa rin na gusto namin ipaliwanag. When we speak of Philippine registered ships, all Filipino crew po yan. Meron din po yung mga foreign registered ships na nag-e-employ ng mixed crew. So, ibig sabihin it's a combination of Filipinos and seafarers from other countries. But there are also foreign registered ships that employ all Filipino crew.
So
Ganun po
far,
yung-
how are our Filipino crew, whether in Filipino registered ships or overseas ships, doing so far?
So actually that's ang DMW po yung yung may primary mandate to provide po yung necessary assistance sa ating mga seafarers. At the same time po yung ang ating Department of Foreign Affairs. Ang regulation ng Marina will only come dun po sa mga ships registered under the Philippine flag. Yung mga hindi po registered under the Philippine flag, DMW po yung may primary jurisdiction po niyan. Because of the contracts na ine-enter po ng ating seafarers through the licensed money agencies operating po dito sa
But you
sa
said
bansa po natin.
there are two that are Philippine registered among the 5.
Needing assistance as well,
Yes.
Director. Do they
Sorry?
need assistance from the DFA? Have you requested assistance for 2 particular vessels?
So actually, ang ating Marina Administrator, si Sonia Malaluan, wrote our Secretary of Foreign Affairs na to make representation para at least makaalis po yung dalawang po natin, barko doon sa Middle East.
Opo. O ngayon naman, dumako tayo sa domestic ships natin. How are the rates for cargo moving from different parts of the country? Nag-increase na po ba ang charges?
This is something that we would like also to clarify that rate setting in the domestic shipping trade is fully liberalized po. So kagaya po dun sa kagaya po dun sa oil industry po natin, deregulated. So the marina can only intervene so much. But of course, pag unfair na po yung competitions, nag-i-intervene naman po
So
ang
what
marina.
have
But
you
we need
observed so far in terms of the rates? Let me share with you my own experience. I have some goods supposed to arrive from Cagayan de Oro, but they cannot because wala pong rates na mabigay yung freight operator. Kasi hindi pa nila makwenta kung magkano. Is that the situation?
That's really,
It's odd
that's
because
rather
hindi ba kagalaw yung
unusual.
mga dapat ikarga sa mga barko po kung walang rate?
Ganito po yan, the the law requires that pag may increase po, kailangan din po ng na-inform ang marina. There's a publication
Precisely why we're
requirement.
asking you, sir. Ano po ba ang sitwasyon? May increase po ba? Ano po bang patakaran ngayon?
Yes, yes, yes. Yes, initially nagkaroon po tayo ng 20% increase kasi kinompute naman po natin yung yung component ng gasolina dun sa operations po ng
Which
ating
you're
mga barko.
saying is a fair increase. It's fair. Kasi sabi nyo, it's deregulated and you intervene only when you see that it can be overcharging. So far yung 20% is fair.
Yes po, yun po yung yung rate po na sinet po ng marina, but I think just last week nagdagdag po tayo ng additional 10%. So therefore, it's now 30%.
And what about those shipping companies or logistics companies that cannot give you a rate?
Well, the logistics industry is a different one, and we do not regulate of course, yung logistics natin. We only regulate po yung yung shipping services with respect po sa cargo rates at the same time po dun sa passenger
So are goods
rate.
moving? Are goods moving in the country na yung mga kailangan pong dalhin sa mga iba't ibang isla ay gumagalaw po ba?
And Director, do you see a major disruption happening? If all these upward pressures continue happening and this conflict in the Middle East prolongs, we're seeing fuel surcharges already. There are now pressures on fares to increase. Posible po ba na magkaroon ng major disruption?
That's I do not like to speculate po, but the situation during the Lenten season was that because I was assigned basically to monitor situation at the Port of Lucena, kukunti po yung mga pasahero, pero yung mga rolling cargos po natin, madami pa rin. So, I am made to believe na tuloy-tuloy pa rin po yung pag-ikot po ng mga goods and services dito po sa bansa po natin.
Sa Lucena. Paano po yung buong bansa?
Yeah, because all regional directors of the Marina have been assigned to monitor developments because it is to the interest, of course, to the maritime industry that we have to ensure that the flow of goods and services is not interrupted. Otherwise, iba po yung sitwasyon pag ang mga goods and services hindi na nakakarating po sa sa mga isla natin. That's why in situations like this, especially so during the COVID-19 pandemic, ang bumuhay naman po talaga sa sa ekonomiya natin ay yung ating domestic shipping because they have been responsible from transporting medical equipment, yung mga raw materials from one island to another.
All right, we thank you for joining us here on The Big Story. Marina spokesperson, Director Luistro de los Santos.